Hello friends, and welcome once again to another video of our virtual lessons. What are we doing today? We have to study, at the moment we have to study integrated science for basic 5. I'm going to take you through some objectives. And what we want to talk about, we were talking about previously was what? Heat. And we are still continuing heat. And we want to talk about expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction. Our main objective, what we want to achieve after the end of this lesson. After the end of this lesson, we want to be able to demonstrate expansion and contraction of solid, liquid, and gas. So our keywords: expansion and contraction. At the end of this lesson, you always understand the meaning of expansion and contraction. So what I want you to do now is to take your book, get your chair and your table, sit behind and listen or watch carefully. Watch the video carefully. After you finish sitting, pause the video and do this starter for me. A starter: identify two sources of heat. Previously, we learned something about heat. We talked about the sources of heat and the effect of heat. So today, I want you to just identify two sources of heat for me. So, you are telling me, or you are writing, sun. The sun is the ultimate source of heat. And then you can also identify the coal pot or the stove you are using or the lamp you are using as also what? Something that can be what? Can be heated. Can give you what? Heat. So we can say fuel. So we use fuel for all those what? Materials. Now, we want to talk about expansion and contraction as our main objective. When we talk of expansion of something, that means when maybe you have a balloon in your hand and you inflate it, what happens to the balloon? You see that the balloon will expand, it will become big. If the thing is becoming big, you see is what? Expanding. Again, when you deflate the balloon, what will happen? The balloon becomes small. You say that the balloon is what? Is contracted. The balloon is what? Contracted. Again, when we take any metal and we try to what? To make it big, expand it, we are what? We say that is expansion. But when we heat it with some rods to make it small, you see that is what? That is contraction. So for now, I think you've understood expansion and contraction. The main thing we want to do is to demonstrate expansion in solid and also expansion in liquid and also gas. The three main of matter, examples of matter, right? So we want to talk about the solid, liquid, and what? Gas. In solid, we want to use solid as an example first. What I want you to do now is, first of all, take a metallic ball. Okay, a metallic ball, round one. Look at the picture here. This is a metallic ball. Take the metallic ball like this. Get something that you can use to hold it. Get a hole or a spring like this. When you have it like this, get a ball. Make sure that the ball is smaller than this so that it can pass through. And the next thing I want you to do is to heat the ball. Heat it well. Set fire and let the ball be heated. As it's heating, it will expand. When it expands, now look at after heating, the ball cannot enter into this what? Spring again or the hole again. So let's take the materials and then the procedure to do that. First of all, we have to demonstrate that metals expand on heating and contract on cooling. Metals what? To demonstrate that metals expand on heating and contract on cooling. Cooling. Now, materials required. Materials required. It's what? A metal ball, and also a ring apparatus. A ring apparatus is anything you get a ring that you can get something to hold it. To hold it. Like nowadays, when you look at bucket, what you are using, you can use that. Okay. Procedure. How to follow? How to do it? 1. Take a metal ball and ring apparatus. Take it like what I've done here. And number 2, the ball can easily pass through the ring. 3, what I want to do is hit the ball for 2 minutes and try to pass it through the ring. So after hitting the ball for about 2 minutes, try and pass it through what? The ring. Record your observation. Now cool the ball, the metal ball, by immersing it in cold water. So that means what? To put it in the cold water, the thing. When it make it happen like that, it will cool down. When it cool down, what will you observe? So do that quickly. When you do it, you see that the ball will expand. When it expands, it will happen that it can't enter into the spring again or the ring again. When it can't enter into this ring again, we see that this ball, metal ball, has been expanded. So first it's small, now it's been expanded. Let's observe something. Our observation, it is observed that after hitting the ball, it expands, so it does not pass through the ring. But on cooling the ball, it contracts, so the ball again passes through the ring. So when you do that, later use it to pass through the ring again and see if it can pass through. What happened in our next video? Tell me your observation. This is what I observed. So try and tell me your observation. So this is for metal. This is for solid objects. Okay? This is for solid objects. Let's move on to liquid objects. Let's see if it's true that expansion also happen in liquid. So we realize that expansion happen in solid and also contraction also happen in solid. When the ball, after cooling the ball, it contracts. When it contracts, it becomes small again as it's normal this again. So it can now pass through the ring. Let's move on to liquid. Contraction and then expansion in liquid. Let's see how it happens. First of all, for you to know something about the disease, I want you to also do this for me quickly. Take 3 bottles, 3 similar, the same capacity, okay? The same like this, the same is like my own. Fill it with 1 water, 1 should be kerosene, and 1 should be oil. Yes, oil, palm oil. After filling it, put straw. Just pin here, and put straw inside. Put what? Straw inside. After I finish that, I want you to pour hot hot water on this, very hot on this. When you pour it, wait for about 5 minutes. You observe something. Wait for about what? How many minutes? 5 minutes. Observe something. What you observe, you record it for me. Now, my observation after I finish that, my observation, you observe that after. So, I'm not able to write the method for you here. Write the method yourself. And then the observation, I'm trying to write it for you. It is seen that after heating, it is seen that it's seen that after heating, the water level or the liquid level increases in height. Increases what? The liquid level increases in height. So after that, remove the bottle out from the hot water and put it down for about 2 minutes or let's say 5 minutes. So after the heating, you realize that the water level or the liquid level will increase in height. Remove it from the hot water and put it down for about 5 minutes again. You realize that, or you see that the levels of the water, so on cooling and on cooling, of the liquid reduces. So on cooling, you realize that the levels of the liquid reduce. Levels of the water, the liquid also reduce. Okay, so on cooling too, you realize that the levels of the water will also reduce. Of the liquid will reduce. Okay, because of different types of what? Liquid. If water, kerosene, and what? Palm oil. Use different types of liquid so that you can observe very well. Okay, you can observe very well. Okay. Next thing we want to do or to demonstrate is about what? Gas. It's about gas. So do for the liquid yourself and tell me your observation. I have what? Told you the procedure you use, the method you use. Now let's talk about gas. For us to know that gas also what? Expand and contract. So in liquid, we have observed that on heating, the liquid will expand. Okay, but on cooling, the liquid rather what? Contract. That is why it reduces. When it expands, that is where it's what? It increases in what? In levels. So let's move to gas. In gas, I want to also get the same bottle. Get a bottle like this. What you do next for me, get a bottle like this, okay? Get deflated balloon. Deflated what? Balloon. Face it on this container. And therefore, after fixing the balloon on this container, a container like this or a bottle like this, deflated, don't make it big, make it let it be as normal. After that, heat water and pour it on this bottle and leave it for about 2 minutes to 5 minutes. You observe something. Write it down yourself. Now, in my observation, after you finish, I finished that. When you pour the hot water on this, you observe that the balloon that is deflated will now inflate. Will now what? Inflate. It will become big, like you have blown air into it. So, first of all, get a container. I think get what? A container, a bottle like this. Deflate the balloon. Deflate the balloon and put it on this. After that, what do? Heat water. Heat water. Heat water. And then what? Heat water and then what do what? After heating the water, what do? Put the inflated balloon on this and leave it for about what? 3 to 5 minutes. After leaving it, now you observe that. So on heating, it is observed that on heating, the inflated balloon expand or became inflated. Or became inflated. And also after that, after you heat it, remove the bottle from the what? The heated water or the boiled water and put it there for about what? 2 to 5 minutes. You observe that the balloon, will now be reduced again to its normal. That will be inflated, will be deflated again. Okay. Let's come to conclusion for our video. We have now realized that expansion and contraction happen in all the three main reason of what? Matter. That is solid, liquid, and hot gas. So in our demonstration, we have observed something and we have written them down. So I want you to take note of them and also practice it at home. I love you all. We meet again. We say bye.